Good morning, friends. Welcome back to She's At It Again. My name is Tanya, and I was not planning on doing a video today. I have to be honest with you. This is just one of those things. I started doing it, and in the process of it, I thought, you know what? This might be actually kind of helpful to somebody else. So it's just one of those things. If this is a no-brainer for you, then I'm sorry. You don't have to watch it. But for those who struggle with transferring products from the original packaging into maybe a jar or something where it's easier to use, and that's what I'm doing here. Maybe you'll find this helpful. So anyway, so long story short, we just got back from a 4-day trip back to Oklahoma to see some friends and family. Stayed with friends on their ranch, and I feel like I've been to a retreat. Oh my word, it was so relaxing. It was just absolutely fabulous. And although it was probably topping maybe 102 degrees during the day, it was breezy on their property, the shade trees. We were up on a hill. Anyway, this video is not about that, but let me tell you, it's still deep embedded in my mind. So we got back last night, went to pick up the doggies, and I'm just now kind of finishing putting things up. But I needed to refill my carob container. Now, you know, I drink carob milk every morning. Normally I keep it in this. I'm not real thrilled with this. It's just a plastic container I've had, but I'm almost out, you can see. But I got to be real careful. This is really powdery. I opened my bag of carob, and I'm going to show you how I transfer it over. I got right in the middle of it, and I thought, this might be helpful to somebody. So I'm going to show you what I do. Let me get my camera set up here. So this is my jar I decided to use, and it had hot cocoa mix in it, and I really don't use that a whole lot unless company comes because it has sugar in it, and I don't drink that. But anyway, got a cool lid, clean the jar, and I apologize for all the background noise. I'm still doing laundry. So what I did was I took and trimmed the top of my package off. I trimmed the little strip off, and then I thought, you know what, there's a zip top part to it. So I trimmed that off, and here's why. Because now the edge is completely smooth, and you see how full that is. And this stuff is so lightweight, if you just take a spoonful out and plop it in there, it leaves a little cloud of smoke. So I'm going to do this. This is completely dry. I made sure I washed it with really hot water and rinsed it real well, and then I dried it out with a clean rag. So I'm going to put this over that. And of course, it has to be a wide mouth jar so it'll fit over it. Put it all the way to the bottom of the jar up here. You're going to push it down as far as you can. Put your hand underneath. I'll flip this over. Now if I took this out right now, like real quick, it would probably leave a cloud of carob everywhere. If you're not familiar with carob, it has a similar, not exact, but a similar taste to chocolate or cocoa or cacao. And I think this is, yeah, lightly roasted. And you can kind of taste that roasted flavor to it. I think it's absolutely phenomenal. It is, number one, it doesn't have caffeine in it like cocoa or cacao does, but it has a sweetness to it that you're not going to find in chocolate. If you just take raw cocoa powder and tasted it by itself, it is so incredibly bitter. This is not. This actually has a slight sweetness to it. So actually, while I'm standing at the drawer, this is funny, my junk drawer down here, and I actually have carob beans. How funny is that? These are ones that we picked up in Greece last year. We were in Corinth and doing some touring, and I saw these on the tree, and I knew exactly what it was. But this powder is this ground up after it's been roasted. So much information. But I add carob to honey and a tiny bit of salt, stir it into milk, and that's what I drink most every morning. The local honey helps with allergies, and I just think the carob has a great flavor to it. Okay, slowly taking it out. I'm just tapping the bag as I go up. And it's out of there. Transfer it into the jar. Put the lid on it, and there we go. A jar of carob and no cloud of care of floating around the kitchen and getting on my countertop. So, hey guys, hope this has been helpful. We look forward to sharing something again with you real soon, and who knows what I'm going to come up with cooking this week, but I didn't cook anything the last few days because I was gone, but we did a lot of cooking at my friend's house. And anyway, I hadn't been thinking about cooking lately because I was so excited about our trip. But anyway, we'll get back with you some recipes in the next few days, and we hope you enjoy this helpful hint. See ya.